we'll just go something as simple as a lateral squat, getting down into the groin, rotating, combining that rotation again, reaching up, drifting back over into the groin, rotating, reaching, reach tall, drift right back into that lateral squat, rotate, reach. And that's seated, so we'll just go arm up, nice and square, keeping that pelvis flat. I like to keep my arm out so I'm not bending too much, keeping everything straight to the ground. Tap toe up to the side, tap heel, back to the side, tap toe. Rotation in that hip, pulling backwards, staying square. More isn't better, pulling up. Just trying to keep that pelvis nice and flat. If you can't move, staying flat, props up underneath the knee, so you can just kind of navigate that leg off to the side, tapping and tapping. So when we're exploring that hip moving around a little bit, I like to make sure that we're pulling under, tapping the heel, and then getting that internal rotation on the backside. Having that foot up allows us to get a little bit deeper versus the shin box that's going to stop that internal rotation. So kind of clicking under and just kind of moving in that ball and socket joint, just kind of exploring it, kind of sitting upright, a little bit lean forward if you want to, kind of get a little bit more, but I'm just kind of moving around in that spot, like moving in those hips more, and like we talked about, like adding rotation. So now getting into that hip, rotating into that hip, pulling up, rotating away, rotating into that hip, rotating back, looking away.
That.
Pretty simple to start. We just kind of go, we talk or we just moving?
Go whatever, both.
Yeah. So we're just moving in that, moving in the hips. And the biggest things here, I think people start collapsing. Remember, use your hands. I don't know why people don't want to use their hands when they're doing this. You're so obsessed with this. And then they start crumpling hands to kind of keep your posture. Keep the main thing the main thing. If the main thing is internal, external rotation of the hips, then keep that the main thing.
Yep.
Like, don't start trying to fight position. And then always I like try to move into the hips after that. Just kind of moving in them. Just kind of like flossing in that joint. Motion is lotion. Someone said to me one time, and I was like,
I think I heard that from you, and I repeat it like every day.
It's beautiful. And then from there, like moving in those hips more, and like we talked about, like adding rotation. So now getting into that hip, rotating into that hip, pulling up, rotating away, rotating into that hip, rotating back, looking away.
That.
Those are pretty much my go-tos for the hips. We're getting those things moving.